Pinus caribae, the Caribbean pine. Quick growing, frugal, but tough. Ideal characteristics for producing 2,000 million pencils a year. Large managed forests provide the raw material for the world's largest and oldest pencil manufacturer, Faber-Castell.
Sustainable growth and high yield are very important for a company like ours. It's very important for us to have an environmentally compatible production.
The forests stand out like green islands in the bare red sandy soil. Here in the Brazilian state of Minas Gerais, hundreds of endangered species of flora and fauna have found a new habitat, a unique example of biodiversity, just as a byproduct. Thanks to its own pine forests, Faber-Castell is carbon neutral. It generates 3 times as much oxygen as the carbon dioxide released during production. So Faber-Castell is one of the few industrial companies that is actively protecting our climate.
Yes, these are fundamental questions. So one's well advised to take up the cause of combating climate change in whatever way one can.
This commitment was honored by the World Wildlife Fund, which nominated Count von Faber-Castell Eco-Manager of the Year in 2008. For this global player, taking care of timber as a natural resource is something that goes without saying. In spite of growing pressure, in the marketplace as well as in social and environmental matters, the market leader sets far-reaching standards.
Motivated employees, people who are treated well, are much more loyal. And I think that, just like our environmental awareness, it's only sensible and far-sighted to face up to that fact.
Faber-Castell was one of the first medium-sized companies to implement a far-reaching social charter at all its sites around the world. This is a strict code of conduct for dealing with employees. It's been welcomed by trade unions and the public. Count von Faber-Castell received the Labor Award in 2006, and a year later, the Fairness Award. And at its headquarters in Stein near Nuremberg, Faber-Castell even manages to produce energy from its own regenerative sources. The river Reidnitz flows past the door. For centuries, it's driven mills. And now, with the aid of a modern turbine, it supplies 25% of the electricity used by Faber-Castell in the production plant. The sawdust and shavings from producing 200 million pencils a year are compressed into pellets and used to heat the buildings. So altogether, the proportion of regenerative energy used here is 40%, setting a good example for mankind and nature.
With a healthy degree of self-interest, because I believe ecology and economics are quite compatible.
Besides pencils, erasers are an important source of income for Faber-Castell. The world's largest eraser factory is in Malaysia, one of 15 production sites around the world. Here, too, the employees are committed to environmental ways of thinking.
The raw material, natural rubber, is environment-friendly per se. We add only a few other ingredients, themselves environmentally compatible. So what we have here really is exemplary production.
Starting in the 1990s, the company has switched to environment-friendly water-based paint. Faber-Castell is the only manufacturer that can speak of ecological pencils with a clear conscience. Environmental aspects are taken into account in both packaging and products. Faber-Castell is showing the way, protecting the environment really is compatible with economic success.